Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue playing some Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon VGC 2018 on the official championship ladder, which has the 5-minute timer, and I'm not a fan of it. I think it's absolute and utter garbage. But we're not going to start off the video on a negative note. We're going to continue using our not good team. We went 3-1 with it in the previous episode. Hopefully we can win some games in this episode. Get some good games at that. Had a few forfeits the previous game because this team, although it falls apart very easily if I don't get up Trick Room. If you let me get up Trick Room, it forces some forfeits. Because it is so terrifyingly powerful under the Trick Room. This is a team that I'm going to struggle with. So, I thought I was going to struggle against a Lele and a Metagross team. We found out that the Iron Hen doesn't take out my Aromatisse, not even with an Intimidate. Can't intimidate the Metagross anyway. And we're going to be having a tough time against Rain teams. The loss that we got in the previous episode was from a Helping Hand Sludge Bomb into the Aromatisse. I'm not very bulky along the special side because Aromatisse has natural good special bulk. And we found out that was an option, and it took me out. That was a great play on that player's part. But this is a team I'm definitely going to struggle with because the Pelipper and the Ludicolo leads, you fake out my Aromatisse. You don't let me get up Trick Room. You probably double up into it. So what do I think I do? Staraptor, the Aromatisse. I think I'm gonna play this a little risky. I'm gonna play this a little risky. I'm bringing my camera up right here because it's pretty good. I like that Pikachu shirt. It's pretty good against the Coco. It's definitely great against the Metagross. It can still Oko the Pelipper, barring the Focus Sash. That is a great shirt. So I'm going to bring that in the back. If my player knows anything, this is not a lead I was anticipating whatsoever. I was anticipating the Rain lead. We know okay. What? Oh, shit. What went first? Did the Psychic Terrain, the Electric Terrain go before my Intimidate? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, man. I wasn't paying attention. I should have been paying attention. We know that an Iron Head doesn't take my Aromatisse out. It could have been a roll. I'm just gonna go with it right here. Because the Metagross is probably gonna go into the Aromatisse right here. I'm going to get a final Gambit off into the Coco, because I don't want any type of... yes! The Electric Terrain was faster than my... God damn it. So it's Scarf Coco. I had a feeling the Electric Terrain went before my Intimidate. I could have just switched into my Camerupt on that slot. And he's going to go for an Iron Head. I don't think it's a roll. I think we just naturally survive it. Alright, we're going to be looking up Ferrothorn's speed right here. There's a bunch of Pokemon that I don't know whether they're faster than my Camerupt. I think Ferrothorn Ferrothorn's going to outspeed it. You never run, not, max speed Ferrothorn. You don't. You just don't do it. because of Gyro Ball. So I think he's going to go for Power Whip into the Camerupt. What's he having it back? Ooh. Pelipper. So I'm going to go for Eruption right here. I'm going to go for a Sunny Day. I think he switches into Pelipper. He has to bring the Pelipper against, my Camerupts, right? Yeah. Perfect. I mean, granted, if he even... I'm just really excited because I love this team. It's so gimmicky. It's ridiculous. It's too much. It's too much. If he switched into Pelipper right here, I don't think he went for a Protect onto his Firethorn because he probably feels like he's safe. Yeah, Iron Head into the Aromatisse. Does that take me out? Why is it running Iron Head over Eruption? Yeah. So we're not going to be able to get the Sunny Day, unfortunately. It's going to do a lot of damage to the Firethorn. Yeah, it's going to knock it out. And I can go for the Earth Power follow-up into the... Actually, I just go for the... I go for the Erupt, because Zen Headbutt's not taking out my Counter-Erupt. I go for the Eruption, because Metagrosses typically carry Bullet Punch. They're probably Iron Head, Zen Headbutt, and Bullet Punch, I'd imagine. Bullet Punch isn't doing much to the Counter-Erupt, because I think a Eruption and Return still takes out the Pelipper, and that's exactly what we're going to go for right here. Because essentially the Pelipper is the only thing that's really threatening me right here. Metagross, it's not going to be able to take out either of my Pokemon. We're going to go for an Eruption. We're going to be able to take out this Pelipper. I think that has to be in range for a Return, unless this is like a ridiculously bulky Pelipper. Yeah. And he has to go for the Zen Headbutt into the Stomping Tantrum. Wasn't anticipating that. Alright, that's fine. Now I could just... because I don't even think a Bullet Punch would be able to take up my Counter-Erupt in this range. Oh yeah, he has the Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko Scarf, so that's kind of an easy Earth Power. If he has Stomping Tantrum, he definitely doesn't have room for Bullet Punch. Because you have to run Zen Headbutt and Iron Head, and you revealed the Iron Head, so you have to run Zen Headbutt. So that is a 2 returns of Trick Room left. That's... Alright, let's see if we're picking our moves correctly right here. So this is an easy Earth Power. And I'm gonna go for a Belly Drum because if he wants to have any chance of winning this game, he has to go for the Bullet Punch if he has that into the Counter-Erupt. And at that point, I still don't think it would be able to knock me out. Going for the Belly Drum with my Snorlax is basically just ensuring my victory. Because he's probably going to end up taking out my Counter-Erupt right here. And if he doesn't take out the Counter-Erupt, I can just end up going for an Earth Power. Because whatever he goes for into this Snorlax is not going to be able to take me out. It's just not. And Earth Power is going to be able to take out the Metagross. Yep, he's going to go for a Stomping Tantrum into the Counter-Erupt. And for what... I mean, he can Protect right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a Recycle. Because there's one Return to Trick Room left. So his play is to go for a Protect. One Return to Trick Room. He could also anticipate that. Or he might think I just have Return. Oh, yeah, I could just go for a Return. I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go for a Recycle right here. I think he goes for a... I was going to say, he's forced to go for a Protect. He could have anticipated that and gone for an attack into my Snorlax. But then again, I'm still going for a Recycle. So what he's going to have to do is go for Iron Head Flinches. And I think at this point it's essentially going to be a 3-hit KO. And I'm not risking anything. I'm just going to go for a Recycle. Not a Recycle, a Return. So Return's going to be able to take it out. Yep, he's going to go for an Iron Head. See how much this does. Looks like a 4-hit KO into the Snorlax. And this will be able to take out the Metagross. Alright, so we're going to pick up one quick win. Now, I'm kind of getting better with the timer, but we're playing with a team that I've already played 70 games with, so I already have like a game plan in my head as to what I'm going to do. And this team's kind of like a one-trick pony. Like, I just go for Trick Room. That's essentially all I do. So there's like one thought in my head at all times. Set up Trick Room. So there's not much of a thought process that I need to go through when I'm playing these games. So I can get them done fairly quick. So we're 10 minutes in here. We're climbing a ladder again. We're 4-1. So hopefully we can get to like at least the 1600s, mid 1600s with this team, and then hopefully I'll be able to catch the legendaries by that point, and then make another team with like the new UBs. I really want to play Bonnie VGC from Italy. I really want to play with Stakataka. I really want to make Stakataka work. And here, Bonnie VGC is also representing one of the new UBs, that in Blacephalon. Pretty interesting team. 2 UBs, Blacephalon, and the Kartana. Mungus, 2 grass types. The Melodic. The... I'm thinking in my head, like, what I'm going to be doing against this team. The Tyrannosaur and the Gardevoir. Yamungus is going to be a problem. The Mungus is going to be brought right here. Trying to think of how I can stop the Amoongus from sporing. Think. Amoongus is a problem for this team. Apparently. I seem to be bringing the same Pokemon every time. I'm bringing the Staraptor again in the back for late game. In case I can't get up a Trick Room, which I anticipate that I will. The reason why I'm bringing the camera up in the front is so I can go for an Eruption into the Amoongus, because since I'm 32 speed, I should be able to outspeed min speed Amoongus, and I have a feeling that this isn't going to be min speed Amoongus. This is not the lead I was anticipating at all. Just going for sheer offense here in the front, of course. Again, I'm going to go for a Trick Room. There's absolutely no reason for me not to. Because he can go for a Smart Strike and a Mind Blown. He's not going to go for Mind Blown. Because he has a Kartana on the field. You go for a Smart Strike and like a Flamethrower into the Aromatisse, or like a Shadow Ball into the Aromatisse. I still don't think that would be able to knock me out, because the Smart Strike should be able to proc my berry, but I think Blacephalon's actually faster. And, do I go for an Eruption? Don't think I go for an Eruption. I'm actually going to go for a Heat Wave, because Blacephalon's really, really frail. So this will do a lot of damage to the Blacephalon, especially if it goes for Mind Blown. It'll be able to take it out, and this will be able to take the Kartana down to Focus Sash. It could be Bloom Doom Kartana as well. Shadow Ball into... I could have just protected Camerupt right there, so... Clearly not understanding the double up, if he goes for a double up into the Camerupt. Bloomed him. Could have switched into my Staraptor right there, but I don't gain any momentum by doing that if I'm going for a Trick Room. I could have very well led the Staraptor right here, and then I could have just blown through his team. Because I could have went for a Final Gambit to the Kartana. I was just anticipating the Amoongus to lead. Does this take me out? It doesn't. No, yeah, so I'm just very physically bulky with my Aromatisse. That's great information. That's something I don't calc for, and this is taking out the Kartana. This is doing a lot of damage to the Blacephalon. I go for a Heal Pulse and Eruption the following turn. Probably going to bring the Melodic onto that slot. It's just fine. In which case, what do I do? He definitely brought his Melodic, his Tyranitar. Well, Cephalon unfortunately got a... I go for a Sunny Day, of course. I don't think the Tyranitar protects right here, because you had to imagine, oh, I got the special defense boost. Because a Sunny Day Heat Wave will be able to take out the Blacephalon. I don't have to worry about that. If the Tyranitar takes me out, I can bring in my Snorlax, but I don't want to play like that. So I'm Earth Powering it to the... I don't think he protects the Tyranitar. I really don't. Getting rid of the special defense boost the Tyranitar gets with the Sandstorm, and we're going to be able to take out the Tyranitar. And the Blacephalon's already at so low HP. A regular high jump kick will be able to take that out from Snorlax, because I'm probably going to go for a Shadow Ball into the Camerupt. Will be able to take me out, because I did get a... yeah. I did get a special defense decrease. He's going to get a beast boost, which is really not going to matter. Snorlax is going to come in right here. Go for a high jump kick. High jump kick. I can go for a high horsepower into that slot. I did set the sunny day up, but I don't think it really matters. Ooh, that's a problem. That's a problem. That is a huge problem. Oh no. I set up the Amoonguss. Well, we're going to be speed tying. Oh, goodness. I'm reversing the Trick Room. Oh! I'm going to bring the Staraptor out. He's going for the attack into the Snorlax. Oh my god, the Amoonguss. The Amoonguss and the Amoonguss. He's sporing into the Snorlax, and he's probably going to go for an attack. Yeah, sporing into the... Yeah, into the Snorlax. So I'm sacrificing my Staraptor right here. What's he got to do? Shadow Ball. Okay. Into the Aromatisse. Trying to reverse the Trick Room. Man. The Amoonguss is such a problem for this team. I'm going to have to make myself min speed Camerupt. Blacephalon. I should have went for the attack into Blacephalon. Because what does Tyranitar really threaten my Snorlax with? Oh, God. So I'm belly drumming right here. We're gonna speed tie. Because that was min speed Amoonguss. Well, I couldn't tell because I went for a Trick Room. I should have not gone for a Trick Room to be able to tell that. So I'm gonna go for a belly drum right here. And then I'm going to go for the Brave Bird into the Blacephalon. Hopefully get the first turn Wake Up. Why would you forfeit? I don't understand that forfeit at all. Because you go for the Spore into the Snorlax. You win the speed tie. You don't get a belly drum up. You go for the... maybe he has Mind Blown as a fire type attack. And he couldn't use Mind Blown with the Amoonguss on the field. And what would he have? Maybe HP Ice, Mind Blown, and Shadow Ball. If that's the case, you should not have Mind Blown as your own fire type attack. Because what he does is, you go for the Spore into the Snorlax. You go for the attack into the Snorlax. You hope I stay asleep with my Staraptor. I stay asleep with the Staraptor. You go again for the attack into the Snorlax. The following turn to get some more damage on to it. You're in the sun, so you're doing, you know, a lot more damage. I mean, the Amoonguss really doesn't do much to my Snorlax and my Staraptor. So if I wake up, I knock out the Blacephalon. I don't know. I just the only way that I think that he forfeits right there is if he only has Mind Blown as his fire type attack. I mean, you could have went for a Mind Blown and then you wouldn't have knocked yourself out because you had more than half damage or half left, and you could have protected with the Amoonguss. I don't know. It's just that didn't really make any sense. Maybe they had to go to school or something like that. I don't know. Was that? No, it was an Italian player. Maybe they had to go to bed. All right, we're gonna be finding. Hopefully, we're gonna be finding our opponent right here. So, Angel from California, finally a United States player. He's going to be rocking the team. He likes his Psychic types. And he likes his Fairy types as well. So, we're going to have Tapu Lele, the Gardevoir, which is the only Mega option on this team, the Gothitelle, the Serena, the Machamp, and the Primarina. Alright, so what is a possible lead right here? The Lele, obviously, to support... for the Fake Out. Who could possibly have the Z move right here? The Machamp's going to be brought right here. The Tapu Lele should be brought right here. Gardevoir should be brought right here. And the Primarina. Machamp for the Snorlax, Primarina for the camera up, the Lele for damage output. Also get up the Psychic Terrain for the Gardevoir, and the Gardevoir for the Mega. Who does he lead? He has to lead Lele. He has to lead Lele. I think Lele Gardevoir is actually pretty good right here. They go for the double up into the Aromatisse. So what I'm going to do is, again, Staraptor, Aromatisse, bring the camera up in the back, and Snorlax. This is, I should only have 4 Pokemon on his team, apparently, because I don't ever bring the Persian. That's why I feel like taking a Persian off, especially in like a best-of-1 scenario, is better. I never use it. And I can use Mimikyu, which has, again, the Ghost EMZ, and it has the Fairy MZ support. It has the Disguise, which you can't OHKO it in one hit like you can with the Aromatisse, as you've seen in the previous episode with the Helping Hand Sludge Bomb. I think I'm going to put Mimikyu on over the Persian. I need a terrain setter, so the Bulu fits that pretty well. Not the lead I was anticipating at all. I don't know why he led the Machamp. Maybe because for the Snorlax? I don't think the Tapu Lele protects right here, especially if it's Scarfed. It can't protect if it's Scarfed. I should be outspeeding if I'm Scarfed. So I'm going to for a final Gambit right here. Maybe he's going to go for like the double up into the Aromatisse, like Bullet Punch and a Psychic. He could also go for a Dynamic Punch into the Aromatisse too to confuse me. That would be kind of annoying. And then get the confusion, and then I can't get a Trick Room. So I'm going to withdraw Machamp, so I'm threatening him with the Brave Bird apparently. We're going to Gothitelle. Okay. Lele doesn't protect. We're taking a Lele out. So that's one less offensive Pokemon that we have to worry about. And the Gothitelle really doesn't have much of a offensive pressure. We can go for a Sunny Day Eruption the following turn. That will be able to take out the Gothitelle. Or at least I hope it will. So that he can't reverse the Trick Room. Because that's basically his win condition at this point. He's reversing the Trick Room. And I don't want to make a hard read and go for a Trick Room with my Aromatisse right here where it's not necessary, because he could very well protect the Gothitelle as well. And then I just reverse it, and then I'm screwing myself. So, yep, not even going to think right here. Go for the Mega Evolution, and I'm going to go for the Sunny Day. And this will definitely take out the Machamp, unless it's like Assault Vestant, which I don't think it is. I mean, it could very well. I don't know why I'm saying that I don't think it is. I just don't. They're not typically Assault Vest, are they? They're usually like Berry. Sunny Day. So the Gothitelle's, if I had imagined, if I was in his shoes, I'd be trying to reverse the Trick Room right here. But I think this might be able to get a double knockout. If it doesn't, then we're doing a lot of damage in return, and he's going to have a uphill battle at that point. So the Gothitelle and the Machamp survive. Wow. And he looks like he is reversing a Trick Room right here. No, he's just going to go for the double up. And he's not going to go for the camera up? Is that a critical hit? I mean, granted, we're in Psychic Terrain, but holy moly. Well, then. I'm just going to go for Heat Wave right here. And the Gothitelle really isn't doing too much. I mean, what's it going to do? Go for another Psychic, and then I can just bring in my Snorlax. And then go for a return. How many turns of Trick Room left? I think I have 3 turns of Trick Room left. Yeah, even for protects, and he still can't protect the... Can't get a double protect in a row. Like he could, but I don't anticipate him to. Wow. The Gothitelle had literally survived at 1 HP. So, getting rid of the Machamp right here. I mean, I should have went... Why did I go for the Heat Wave? I could have just went... Because the Heat Wave can miss. Should have went for the Earth Power. That's not going to matter. We're going to get confused. And Gothitelle goes for a Psychic. That's Specs Gothitelle? Could be competitive Gothitelle. Yeah, Gothitelle gets competitive. That could be competitive, like, Specs Gothitelle. I don't know. Primarina comes in. Am I blowing this game right now? Because he could protect the Gothitelle right now. I'm going for an Earth Power into that, and I'm belly drumming. Am I blowing us? because, because he could go for the double up into the Snorlax. Oh, okay, never mind. It's not going to matter. I'm going to get the Earth Power off into the Gothitelle. I was like, oh my goodness, am I blowing this? Because of that clutch survival from the Gothitelle, it just does so much damage with the Psychic and the Psychic terrain. We're in the sun right now, so the Moonblast isn't going to be doing too much from the... probably going to go for... I have to imagine, like, a Scald. He's going to go for the Z move. Probably the best looking Z move in the entire game. And I like that siren that Primarina, it yells at the end of it. It howls, or I don't know, whatever a friggin' seal does. One turn Trick Room left. Primarina protects. If it doesn't protect, I'm just going to go for the Safer Cycle, because we're going to have one more turn of Sunny Day after this. He's not going to be doing too much to the Snorlax, so he's going to forfeit. Okay. Again, this team just basically forces so many forfeits. So I'm going to cut it off right there. A little, shorter episode. I mean, we're around the ballpark of 25 minutes, which is usually the length of a regular episode. So we're going to go 3-0 in this episode. I think we went 3-0 in this episode. That was a hairy first game with the Scarf Tapu Koko. But the Aromatisse, just clutch EVs. Am I right? Clutch EVs. Because the Aromatisse, now that we know from the previous episode, survives a... I'd imagine that they're all Jolly Mega Metagrosses. We survive a Iron Head from a Mega Jolly Metagross. There's a chance for flinch, but that I didn't even consider at the time, where I was going for Trick Rooms in front of the Metagrosses. But we do know that. It was a great calculation to find out, because I didn't calculate it for before, which I probably should have. But we survive anyway. That's going to be it for today's episode. I really hope you did enjoy. We're doing pretty well with this team. We're going to try to just keep climbing until we find some problems with this team. Hopefully make some adjustments to the team. We're probably going to make the adjustment for the Mimikyu on this team over the Aromatisse. The Aromatisse, it's just great. Sunny Day, Heal Pulse, I love it. But the Mimikyu basically essentially guarantees the Trick Room. And it has offensive presence, whereas Aromatisse really does not. Anyway, going to cut it off right there. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving, or you had a great Thanksgiving. Don't know when I'm uploading this. And enjoy Sun and Moon. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Peace.